Yeah, I saw that. I also saw people on the verge of rioting. Including one idiot that was trying to remove the light from the pole, the traffic light. This is Denver. That can change real fast. Yeah. I'm sitting there going, yeah, it's not a real celebration in Denver until the police have deployed the gas canisters at least once. It's a guy!
I made it! I live! Meow! Meow! And George.
And George.
George is a little stressed out. People were firing off fireworks.
Well, you know why.
Yep. So he was pretty stressed out. I was pretty stressed out. They had this, they were firing off those like cannon things in the park right next to here.
Yeah, because the Nuggets won.
Well, I'm glad they didn't set fire to a car, I guess.
Yet.
I've
already saw one drunken idiot trying to remove the traffic light at in Lodo on the live feeds from the news stations tonight.
See you later, Sarge. Good night, my friend.
Yet.
Yeah, give it time. Sorry, there was a Troy had one of his best friends who happens to be in town on Geek Tank, and I haven't seen her in 5 or 6 years. And she's a lovely person, and I was just catching up with her on, after Geek Tank was over. I was just catching up and making, how you doing? How's your husband? Yada yada yada. You know.
Yeah.
So just catching up, and then I'm like, it's all right. Kan's already started off my stream, and then she, of course, was like, well, what's your stream about? So I had to tell her and explain the whole thing, and explain what body doubling was. And then I'm like, I should just go, guys. So I've left them running on the other side, but I've excused myself from the stream because Troy actually has lost the password, so he can't get into the controls on StreamYard. So I'll just wait until I see over there on their side that they have all abandoned the stream, and then I will. Hello.
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 Hello. Oh, Long Johnson. Hold on to my fur. I like it when the dogs are working. That's going to be one of those, what? There's all these videos out there of cats who are effectively speaking. They're not speaking,
they're cat calling.
Yeah, they're growling or.
My favorite one is the one where he's going, no, 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 no,
Yeah,
no,
right.
no.
But one of them, the cats goes, "Oh, Long Johnson," like that. And then later he's like, "Hold on to my fur." So now I do that all the time too, George, because I have no real reason why I do that. But I do that, and there's no real reason for it. I am so tired, guys. So I apologize for being such a space cadet. Okay, I'm going to fix this problem, which is starting to really aggravate me. I have a problem I have been working on for a while, and that is for reasons that are beyond me. I can't seem to generate the comic like I want to.
What do you mean?
I mean, as in generate the comic file with all of the pages.
Oh, okay.
Something's wrong with my setup. I've set something wrong, and the templates are not running right. And I think it was this multiple pages side here, because it was set to Webtoon. So I'm wondering if that maybe messed it up. So we're gonna see what it does now. I don't know why it was set to Webtoon though. That's a weird left turn.
So just so you know, starting next week, we might have to do the night show just a little earlier.
I think a lot of people have been asking me to do the night shows earlier.
Because I have to get up at like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Oh my God.
Depending on how the schedules turn out for a new job.
Well, congratulations on the new job. Not so congratulations on 4 or 5 in the morning.
Now that part doesn't bother me. That's very similar to what I was doing before.
Before I made you stay up until stupid o'clock?
Well, when I was working at the assisted living facility, it was about the same times.
So,
So,
how could we make this work? What would be a good thing for you?
well, right now, let me figure that out.
Because actually, that would be a good thing to talk about while I get very frustrated and annoyed with this. While I get mad, stupid.
So, I would have to theoretically be in bed by 9. Which I'm not sure if you want to run the show that early.
Oh no. Oh no, I have made a major mistake. Oh no. What have I done with my world? I'm trying to close it. And I can't close it because I deleted it. And so now it has to go page by page and go, you sure you want to delete this?
No!
Should not have done that. I should have closed it before hitting delete. So many things in Clip Studio are you must do step 1 first, or you have really screwed yourself. And it's so annoying. And so I missed what you just said because of that. Hey, Bush. 1G. Bush is only at 1 gravity, folks. Doing actually pretty good tonight. We've got drawings going, and we've got comics being made, sort of. Yes, I'm not letting you into the bathroom. George, so we've decided that George will now dismantle the sink on the toilet no matter what you do. Even if, and I have been putting soap in that water so it'll discourage him from drinking it. And he still will pull the sink off to sniff to make sure that the water is soapy. But I'm afraid he's going to break that thing pretty soon. So,
Yeah, if you're not careful.
yeah, what I need to do is put bolts into it so that the bolts go down into the tank. Then he can't lift it. He'll have to lift it up to move it, and he can't do that. He's knocking it off sideways. So as long as it's got these bolts going down, I just need to go find them and put them in, and then that'll stop that. But until then, I've got the door closed to the bathroom, which is good because right now my wife isn't home and she's the only one. She and I use this bathroom, so at least now I can do as long as used to it was if the bathroom door is closed, you're in the bathroom using the bathroom, so don't open the bathroom door. So it's confusing. But anyway, okay. See if you work this time. So you were saying about the work. What time would be a good time? We said we could talk about it. And then you said something and I got completely distracted by Clip Studio saying individually every page must be verified before it's deleted.
So I would have to be in bed by about 9.
Okay, so if you're saying earlier, it would have to be like 7 to 9 every night.
Yeah. I don't know if that's going to jive with what you want to do.
Well, that's my family time, generally speaking, so that's a little bit harder. But maybe
Yeah.
we should just think outside the box. Should we just move our stream to a different time altogether?
Well, the other side is mornings, because I'd be getting off at about 11.
Hey, cat.
So we could do like an afternoon stream.
It's still not doing what it's supposed to do. Ugh. Cat, I'm so mad at Clip Studio Paint. Yeah, that might be a plausible thing. Well, no, actually, it doesn't look bad. It's still too big. Maybe my template is wrong. I was having this problem before I went to Portland, and I was like, I'll fix this before I start anything. And then I will post on things and stuff. And I was like, and now I've forgotten. So maybe that's what we would do, is do a morning and then afternoon stream. Because you're off. Did you say you were off at 11?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't even be home till noon.
No, I'd be home at about 11:30 or so.
Yeah.
Because it's a 10-minute drive from where I'm going to be working to here.
Right. Okay. I'm going to try this again. This time I'm going to do this. Remember, we did this way so that you could do it purposely so you remember where it was.
But we'll figure it out. I'm not worried about that.
I'm not that worried either. Either we'll sort it out and that becomes sort of a thing, or
Whatever.
you know, whatever. We'll figure it out. Oh, that's part of it. Okay. Okay, now we'll see if that works. Have dinner. Have dinner. It occurs to me that like it's getting to the point where I'm like, oh, Cat's here. Thank goodness they can solve my problems. And I'm like, you know what? That's not your job in life. Like, you're not here to solve my problems. I know it's not something that you have a real problem with, but I also do not wish to take it for granted. I know. But it's also not your job. You can barely hear
You can barely hear a guy.
Is my audio really low? I can bring my audio up. Turn down the music a little. Bring me up. Am I better now? I'm whispering. Wait, don't whisper. Hang on. I got it. Can you hear me now? Is it better? A bit better, yeah. I'm going to turn me all the way up to 150 on that one. Oh, much better. Oh, good. Cool. I think I may have solved my problem. Let's see. No, I think this is going the wrong way again. Oh man, this is going the wrong way again. Okay, I think my template's off. Is what I think is going on. So I'm gonna have to redo my template again. All right. Well,
More energy, but that's okay. I don't mind making it more furry.
okay, hang on just a second. I want to go get water. I'll be right back.
And that's when George knocked the cup over.
Yeah.
So how are you this evening, Kat? Whoa, you're halfway there. Whoa! something something with this chair. Hey, Merrick. I am having a very good night tonight. Yes, you are but a small dog in a big scary world, and you want scritches. All the scritches. I'm being so quiet. So when Guy comes back, I have a couple of interesting pieces of news I want to discuss.
Took longer than I thought because I realized I haven't had dinner at all tonight. Everything has been halfway done at 23 pages. Well, I noticed that Can posted another issue.
Yes.
Which was cool. Hi, Merrick.
So, did you see the news things I sent you?
Some, but I was in class all day.
Okay.
So
one is ghoulish and deeply disturbing. I'm not sure I like it.
All right.
So they are doing new chapters of Osamu Tezuka.
Tetsuko? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Of Blackjack.
Okay. He's dead, so.
Yes, but they're using an chat GPT to do the script.
Now that's a thing.
Yeah, and I'm not sure I'm on board with that idea. That sounds to me like a well, one, it sounds like a gimmick, but it also sounds like a cash grab.
Yeah, it's interesting because Becker and I just had this discussion Saturday.
Oh?
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what he was saying was, could you use Chat GPT AI and program it with just your art and only your art, and then tell it to write a script that you've written and produce the art in your style? Yeah, he's lost. And he's like, what would that be? What would the logic of that be?
Well, it'd help you come
if
up
it isn't
with
influenced by anything else, is that still your work?
Well, but the difference there is you're going through and teaching it your style.
Right.
And so you're probably also going to read the script and go and make changes to it.
Mm-hmm.
And so at that point, you're using it as a tool, as it should be, in which I'm fine with it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing back there, small dog? I'm filling up a cup.
He said, interestingly, though, if you did that and then used it as your underdrawing, he would have a problem with it, which I found very interesting.
Oh?
Yeah. So now I'm kind of wondering, what is the logic of that?
I'm kind of wondering why he would have a problem with that.
He was like, I'm not sure. And so actually that was what he was saying, was like, I don't know why that bothers me, but it bothers me.
Because, like,
Then somebody came up to buy a book, so I had to bow out of that discussion so I could go sell something. Yeah, Looney Tunes, I agree.
hi, Looney.
I feel like that's probably the best use of AI would be if someone had inability to draw, right? So I've been drawing Bellatrix Rising, and we've come up to, I've got some kind of debilitating disease now, and I can't draw anymore. Like as a good example would be Charles Schultz, right? Charles Schultz was at the end of his career, his hands were shaking so bad, you can definitely see it in the art. He had tremors in his art. Could you preload ChatGPT with peanut strips and have Charles Schultz dictate, like maybe even voice to text, the joke and have it generate the panels in his style? That probably would be a very useful use of ChatGPT.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Yeah.
and also look at there was a thing I sent you the other day with Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah.
And that was the artist with consent taught an AI their style, and the AI helped them make the movie.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
And so
Now, here's
every
my
step.
problem with this, and that is, okay, one of the ongoing discussions that happens a lot is how much faster Can is than I am producing books. Speed is often looked at as a positive trait in our industry. In fact, we just had a friend of ours post about her experience in the industry where she literally is so burned out she's not interested in drawing anymore. She won't draw. She doesn't even draw. So it took an artist like Can or me and burned her completely out. And it's because the deadlines are so tight and everything is so rough that they were pulling 14, 18, 20-hour days, 7 days in a row. And because just to make the deadline, and it burned her out. And the worst part was it burned her out of her geekdom. Like the thing she geeked out about was what she ended up, it was a dream job. She got into the comics of her geekdom. And it burned her out on her geekdom and everything. And it's horrible. So if you could train your AI to draw, there would be a definite push to use it. Right?
Yeah, but I'm not sure that's a positive push.
Right. That's the thing. Is that positive or not? It's still training the Chat GPT. You're still training it with your artwork, with your consent, with your scripting. But now you're doing it to save time. That's a thought.
What's the thought?
Is that good or bad? It followed all of the things that we just said. Oh, that's a good use for a chat GPT for AI. And now we're all going, whoa, wait. Counterpoint.
Well, that whole thing about comics broke me. Like, I saw some interesting things in that discussion,
Mm-hmm.
including one guy who's like, you know, it's a bunch of bullshit and it's just people whining about their job and that's why you don't want to work in the industry and yeah, and it's not comics and I'm sitting there going, you missed the point.
I mean, in response to our friend.
No, just in general to the entire thing
Mm-hmm.
was, you know, this guy was purely looking at it from, well, it's not comics' fault, it's the industry.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But when you're trying to break in, you know, it is the industry.
Yeah. But these are the things that I've been kind of wrestling with. When you get down to the point where we're talking about what I just said with Chat GPT being used, trained on your art to make your work go faster, that's very similar to me using maquettes and the 3D models. I built all of those. They are all my work. However, in a way, it's still tracing, right? And it cuts the time down. And I do it so that I don't have to waste a lot of time in a very frustrating part of writing for me and drawing for me. The part that makes me rage quit. So that's what it's after, is I'm trying to kill off that one part that makes me rage quit. So it has a very specific purpose, and I understand that other people may abuse that. I am not using it as an abusive thing. So I get that. I'm quantifying that so that we don't have to go through that argument again.
Yeah.
But now you're looking at, what if I were to decide, which of course I wouldn't, because I actually rather like drawing. And so I would miss that enjoyable feeling of actually putting pen to paper, so to speak. But what if I were to decide that I need to make my comics as fast as you, and there's only one way to do this: front load AI? You know, then
Yeah.
we're doing exactly the same thing. It's still my art, it's still my design, and it's still got agency from me, you know? Now the water is very muddy.
No, I think the water's always going to be muddy.
Right.
Like, this is not, hey, look, here's an easy solution.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is aggravating.
I love how this is turning out.
Merrick, I think that's part of the other problem that we're arguing with right now, of course, is if you do have the AI do it, did you do it, or did the machine do it? And if so, is it yours or is it the machine's? Ergo, or by extension, the programmers who programmed the AI. Oh, Looney Tunes, you just totally added a completely different aspect that is absolutely true. I hadn't even thought of that. Oh man. So how is AI not having 5 helpers like manga is done?
Yeah.
Manga has always been, and this is the downfall of the manga side. It's manga artist, Joe Smith. And what happens is, in the beginning, Joe Smith spends every night and every day drawing for the beginning of his career and loses all of his free time and wipes out his entire social life to make his comics. And then when he becomes popular, he hires 5 or 6 assistants. And then all he does is scribble a circle and say, this is the character A. And then the assistants go in and draw it in his style. How is AI different than that? That's a phenomenally good point, Looney Tunes. Damn, that's good. I'm like, that made a mess of this whole thing.
Yeah. Again, it's a tool. But there's a lot of things with it initially that need to be worked out and hammered out.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, obviously, we're going to have to go through and figure it out, but I'm enjoying just pondering it, right?
Yeah. Well, and like the thing that Becker was saying is very interesting to me because I have used AI for a few underdrawings as a test.
Right? And it's interesting that for some reason offends Becker, which, by the way, he specifically openly says he doesn't know why it bothers him, but it does, which I find interesting. And, hey, good on him for quantifying quickly by saying, I don't know why I'm bothered by this, by the way.
But it's a good part of the discussion.
Yeah. A fascinating discussion we're having in general. Hey, Kat, are you still out there? Is there any way to kill the bleed width on trim size for creating a new document? Do you know? Because I'm having problems. The bleed width. So it's requiring here. Let me be the big guy in the middle for a minute. It's requiring making a new document. It's requiring that I have a bleed width of 5 millimeters, or I can choose 3 millimeters, but it's continuing to try to put a bleed around the outside. And I can't, I've got a template that goes all the way to the edges. So what it's doing is it's bringing my template and shrinking my template inside the bleed. And I don't want it to do that. The bleed is already built into the template. That works. That's a good research. Okay, that's cool. I'll keep pounding on it and figuring it out at some point. I'm not worried.
Yeah, it cannot be copyrighted.
That's fascinating, Merrick. Yeah. All of this is very interesting to me. Like, all of this is so fascinating.
Well, and there's a reason why I keep bringing it up is because as I'm reading articles and I'm getting more information, it is a fascinating thing. I don't want to have a hard and fast, I'll never use AI.
No.
Because there could be a point in which AI hits in which it's like, you know what, I need to start thinking about it.
Yeah.
And thinking about it as a tool.
Well, I've been using Midjourney. It's actually funny. I bought a subscription to Midjourney and I was just going to kill it. I was just going to play with it for a month. But I keep re-upping my subscription. And for a while there, I was like, why am I doing this? And I realized that part of the reason is because, to me, it's the same thing as my randomizers or character generators. I I feel like as an artist, I will get stuck in one specific style and I can't break out of it. I can't, shake it. And I'll end up with things where it's like, for example, I love the idea of all of my ships having one aesthetic inside one group. So all the Unity ships all have one very specific aesthetic. And I have already created my aesthetic that goes with all of the ships of the Commonwealth. But when I started trying to draw like the ships of the Beehive, they all looked like either Commonwealth ships or Unity ships. And I didn't want that. I wanted something different. So I went to AI and asked it to generate. It actually happened by accident. I tried to get a picture of a Romulan or a Klingon bird of prey done in the style of a watercolor, and it instead generated all of these wild pictures of like spaceship birds, and they were really neat looking. And I'm not going to use them one for one, but I really like the way they look, so I'm going to build something similar. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that was cool. And that was a good use of AI, was to just shake up my art a little bit. Give me something else to think about. Pull me out of my rut.
Well, you saw that one day in which I was playing with it.
Yeah.
And I was trying to come up with a magic circle that the character would be in. And what I was aiming for was you would see the character here, and she was kneeling in this magic circle. And what I was after was like hands coming out of the ground, as if there were people, she's trying to find all the buried victims, and so there was people coming out of the ground.
Yeah.
People's hands and random bits in the debris.
And your picture was pretty off of that. It looked great.
But what the AI gave me, which really made me rethink things, was it had the character, and it had the character kneeling, and it had the circle, but then around the circle it had all of these fingers coming up, and it was very creepy and distorted, like they were plants. But I was sitting there going, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Like stylistic.
Mm-hmm. So that's when you drew it with a bunch of penises coming out of the ground naturally.
Oh yeah,
that's the way you have to go with that. So Looney Tunes brings up another interesting point, which is if the artist wants to make a one-time use of background characters for random faces, that seems like that's a fair thing. Okay, I'm good with that. But the characters need to be drawn by the artist so that they can be copyrighted. That's where the line gets weird. So, okay, I've got Captain Chang. We all know what she looks like. I've been bringing her up a number of times. She's my main character. She's my OC. Like that. What if I were to feed that character into AI art and say, draw Captain Chang, but this time draw her running, or this time draw her pushing a button on a machine in this style? Oh, now I'm kind of curious what would happen. Okay, we're about to do an experiment, guys. Time for us to spin up Midjourney, because now I'm kind of curious. If I were to give Midjourney the operating character page as a feed, Discord's birthday. Okay, thanks, Discord. Yep. Stand by. I'm about to commit science. Somebody was saying, "Oh, hey, they've cleared the stream over there. I'll dump it. There we go."
What's going
They
on?
my buddies at Geek Tink have hung up, so I got the
Oh,
stream out,
okay.
which is fine. Writing down the results. We're not writing down the results. We're streaming it live. Look at us. All right, let me get my command controls because I've got actually
And we're doing it live.
We're doing it live, people. I actually have the command controls for it so that I can do things like make it private so that it can't be shown. Make it so that. So I'm going to craft real quickly my controls for this. Because now I'm horribly curious. So stay with us, guys. Science is about to be committed.
So, yeah.
Okay, mid-journey controls. Aspect HD. Okay, here we go. Let's bring up a text pad. And I'll start my command. Keep you guys in the... Oh no! You're like, I've got to go to bed, says Merrick. Give me a minute here. Well, actually, you know what, Merrick? Join us tomorrow night. I'll tell you what happened. You can go to sleep. Oh, dash no means that you can actually tell things not to be in it. That's interesting. Okay, so we want to make sure that we start with, first of all, /private. So I'm firing off private command. That's going to put me in stealth mode. Oh, I can't do it privately.
Why?
Because my current subscription is not a private subscription, I guess. I don't know. That's all right. I'm not that worried. Okay. Huh. There's like a lot of wild stylized commands too. Ooh, chaos! Nice. Controls the randomness of the image. All right. Quality commands, text weights. See you later, Merrick. He's already gone. Preference. Assign specific weights to part of your prompt to emphasize or de-emphasize certain elements. I'm going through all the commands. I've never actually.
Go on, Molly.
Do what?
It's the dog I
Oh,
was
talking
telling.
to the dog. That's fine. So I can't actually set. Hmm. Can't actually set the image to load in. I have to have a URL, which is fine. I don't think I have URL set up. So we will try that first and see if I can't fire off a URL where it's at. Because why am I not logged into Global Comics? That's weird. Should be logged in. Comics by Matrix Rising. Oh, well, that definitely would be an issue, wouldn't it now? I don't actually think I've ever posted the picture. Let's see. Oh, Treat Williams was killed on his motorcycle. That's sad.
I don't know who that is.
You do. He's an actor who's been in various things. I mean, I know him as Riker's dad. I think. Anyway. I am looking at my art pages now and trying to find my posts. I wish things didn't prioritize stuff like this. It prioritizes my videos over my photos. So you have to scroll down below all of my videos. Do you know how many streams we have done?
Yeah.
So I am now like 70 feet down the bottom of my Guy Davis thing to get to the. I'm just trying to find the photos thing. Yeah, That's, oh, this is not gonna work. Okay, I'm just gonna post it somewhere. I agree with that. I feel like if you're gonna set a rule, that's the rules you should set. I concur. I'm sorry for the silence over here. I'm trying to.
You're good.
I'm trying to load I'm loading up DeviantArt so I can have something to URL.
Wow. That is a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Yeah, DeviantArt. Yeah, I know,
Yeah.
right? What? Oh. Oh, that's interesting.
Huh.
Not authorized for inclusion in third-party AI data sets.
Huh.
Interesting. Interesting.
Well, I know they really took it in the shorts with the AI stuff.
Okay. Now we'll see if I can use that over here. Give it that and see what happens here. This command is giving it the version.
Yeah.
All right, guys, here's where trouble begins.
That's sort of true, Looney, and sort of not. It's kind of weird.
It all depends on, I guess, how you look at it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. I'm just going to give it a simple command. I'm going to say take Chang
To the movies.
to the moon. Alice. Let's see what happens here. I can't tell if it errored out or because I unfortunately was not. Discord's actually not a very useful format for these things. The problem I've got is I can't tell where it put my request. So I have no idea if it responded to my request or if it didn't respond to my request.
No, hang on. That doesn't look like you're in Discord to me.
No, it's because this is Discord. But I can't find my request. I'm seeing everybody else's posts, but they're going so fast, it's hard to see if it errored out or not. And if it errored, I don't know. I don't know what its error was. Okay, invalid link. That's what I wanted to know. This is what I needed to see. Because that means it can't pull it from Discord or from DeviantArt, which is what I kind of expected. And that's okay. It's totally fine. Actually makes it kind of better because that means that it's not actually pulling off of this information. Okay, so let's fix it and put it in a place where it can be pulled. My problem is that I have worked really hard to not have any spots that can be easily grabbed at. So putting it in a place where it can be found easily is very difficult for me. I guess Facebook would be a fine place to put it. I mean, really, technically. Oh, you know what I could do? I could put it in Quack.
Yeah, that would work. Have a Quack attack.
Yeah, I can then attach it. There we go. Now let's take that link and pipe it through. And change that to that. And now let's see what happens. Eh? Nope. Could not validate the link. Did I write the correct? Yes, I did. Let's see if that's what needs to happen. So all I did there was There we go. It fired it off. Okay. Now we're in. Okay, here we go. This is fascinating, guys. Okay, that's actually really interesting. Look at this. I mean,
Whoa.
right? That's really interesting. Or this one.
That's too realistic.
Yeah, that's too realistic for me. For this one.
Very blah pose on that last one.
Yeah.
That one's not bad.
This one's not bad. Huh. That was a very intriguing experiment, guys. Huh. I'll save it. Not in Star Trek, though. I mean, I'm truly intrigued. Actually, kind of saddened that they look a little bit better than my pictures. You know, I'm just saying. Interesting. I'm gonna scramble it up again, make it re-render, and try it again. Now this has become the show. Let's watch what Journey does today.
But it is fascinating.
No, this is intriguing as hell. I really like the poses that they're coming up with. No, I don't want yours. I want mine. Anger. Damn, look at that one.
Oh, that's cool.
And it actually got her hair right on this one.
But again, it's a little too photorealistic for you.
It is a little too photorealistic, but it's fascinating what it's deciding to do.
Yeah.
That one's cool too. I like to scramble up a little. Worked. Oh, there's an extra foot.
Wait, Why does she have 3 legs?
Because she's got an extra foot. Leave her alone. We don't judge. We don't judge. Hey, but look, she's got 5 fingers. She may have 3 legs, but she's got 5 fingers, man. It's almost like the guys at Midjourney are like, we've got to fix the finger thing.
Yeah.
27 legs. That one's cool too. There's just a hand right here. We fixed the hand so much that there's an extra one. Just so you know.
And you get a hand. And you get a hand.
I don't even know what her feet are doing here. And this is the, oh my God. Oh, that's what the hand is.
What is happening to her other hand?
The thing is, I kind of like the graphic design that it's choosing to put in here. It's fascinating to me. I'm loving the graphic design. I mean, I'm almost willing to say I want to draw these pieces as actual pieces in my style with my art, but use this composition. Except then I don't know where the composition came from. But it wouldn't be exactly the same, so it's probably not a problem. Fascinating on this, though. Well, I'll save this one too. Intriguing in a lot of ways. This is very intriguing. Scramble it up again. Let's see one more time.
So, Skipper, why do they call you Commander 3-Leg?
Right?
I want to know.
I don't want to talk about it.
I want to talk about it. This is neither the time nor the place.
There is a way to change its operation so that it's more stylized. So we'll hit that next.
Good night, Cat.
Good night, Cat. You're not going to watch and see what other disasters we can create. You're like, you guys have fun. I'm not messing with this. It really likes to put the text around there, around each of these pieces. It's super intriguing to me. Oh my God. Look, it's put like ruffles around the edge of that there. That's kind of cool. I don't know who they're sourcing the face of, but it is interesting that each and every one of these has been a very Asian Chinese face. So even in my stylization of Chang, when they interpret it back into a human, like a real, they remove the anime stylization. It's fascinating that it does always interpret as a Chinese person or Asian Chinese, mainland Chinese.
Yeah.
Or mainland Asian, which is fascinating to me. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 fingers there. That's good. And only 1 over here.
And it looks like she's about to scratch her ass.
Yeah, well, look what she's going to scratch it with, though. I mean,
yeah, I know.
That's going to hurt, man. And the shadow down here is, whoa, on like 6 different
Why
ways.
does the shadow have fingers?
I don't know. We'll go over here to this one. The other thing I find nice is it hasn't enhanced her chest either. But those, she's got sausages. That's just sausage there. It hasn't enhanced, I mean, it hasn't like made her bustier or anything like that. What are all these arrows saying? We follow her breast line here. And we just loop around for no real reason. But yeah, I mean, it's these are wild, very fascinating. All right, time to change it up.
Do Mayrel.
Oh yeah. We'll have to see whether she comes out as. Okay, so I'm gonna. But first, I'm going to. Right, I know, right? Left hand. Okay, I'm gonna pump its stylization. Okay. So let's do 40,000. Try this again. This time, we're going to take it and we're going to say, imagine, fire the prompt, and see what happens there. Oh, must be stylized, must be between 0 and 1000 with version 5. No problem. 40,000 apparently is not a thing. Changed. All right, imagine prompt. I'm waiting to start. I'm going to let it stylize as much as it possibly can. So version 6 is coming out soon. They're making a lot of changes to it. Here we go. And we're off to the races. I don't think stylized does what I think it should be doing. I'm nervous to hit anime style. Did you blow up something?
Huh? What's up?
Hang on, I'm talking to the kiddo. Back with you. This is also intriguing.
But her captor is very Asian, and she's not.
Oh no, I haven't started Mayrel.
Oh.
I'm still load. It's kind of a pain in the butt to load a picture. So I'm still working with Mayrel. Or I'm sorry, I'm not. I'm still working with Chang. This is when she got eaten by a big bug. Right here. Where's that browser picture? But this one, that's very stylized. Not anime, but definitely stylized. This one's cool because at least she's bent down like kneeling. I like this pose too. And look, she's got the right number of fingers, at least on this hand. Maybe not on this hand, but on this hand. That's actually, I mean, other than the fact that she's got 94 fingers here, this is actually a very lovely piece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fingers, and I don't know how many thumbs. But look, it's got like a superimposed 1970s school photo version of her over here too. Isn't that lovely?
It's very lovely.
I'm wondering also, because it is kind of interesting to me, where it is interpreting that she's got a ponytail from the source image, right? Using the source image, and look at the source image over here, her hair is never in a ponytail. It's up in a bun in this one shot, but for all other shots, her hair is down. Yet almost all of these, it keeps rendering her with a ponytail.
Yeah.
Which I find fascinating. Okay. One last try, and we're going to stop playing this game. Okay. I added to it now the term manga style. I'm not liking the fact that it's not doing it in a manga style, but it's doing it in super realistic. So now I have fired off manga style to see if it will do it in a manga style. This is interesting. That's really interesting. Look at this, guys.
Huh.
This is really, that's slick. I like that. All right, let's take a look here close up. That's fascinating with extra hands down here. This one's cool too.
I like how her hand disappeared in that last one.
Yeah, right?
Look at that panel down there.
Right?
Where
Look
it
at
just kind of becomes the uniform.
that. Right. You must be one with the uniform. Look over here at this one. That's not bad either. I like this kind of biker-esque thing on the back of her uniform. Cool. But this is the one that's really actually pretty impressive. She even has the right number of fingers on both hands. Kind of shocked, actually. That's pretty wicked. I'm just saving all of these. I'm like, we'll see what happens here. Who knows? Anything could happen. Okay. Some people are making scary crap here. I want to also change the Let's see what happens when we complicate it a little, huh? This may become a disaster. Firing it off. Now I told it to make her eating an apple. Now we'll complicate the system. Or she could throw the apple at people. That could happen. This could be a thing.
Yeah.
Eating an apple, throwing an apple, whatever.
Chang suddenly becomes Brig.
Right? Chang as Brig. All right, I'm humored by this. Not actually horrible, but also not terribly awesome. I mean, it does look like this is kind of a, hey, don't make me throw this apple at you or something. I don't know. This is a completely different character.
What is going on with her? Is that a cigarette coming out of the apple?
Well, the apple's smoking, man. It's been a lovely evening between her and this apple.
And why does she have 3 fingers?
No, but look at this. This is obviously the same character as this, and this is obviously the same character as this. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
And this is just a close-up on like some part of her uniform right here, I guess. I don't know. Or over here, we have highlight on the apple with 2 different stems and a highlight on her hand, which isn't
with no thumb,
right? Which is bizarre. And then we have that's just no, you went wrong.
She has crab hand, an arm that is freakishly long.
Right? That's not a good one. That's not a good choice there. Here we've got her in sad mode with 2 eyes because this is closed and open, just so you know.
And go back down, scroll back down. Her hand, actually, if you look, there's a 6th finger that like rolls and wraps up in there.
Yep. Oh my God.
Oh!
Over here, it's just got the book eyes. Oh, yeah. It didn't go well there, did it? This went bad in a big hurt.
You finally have broken the system.
I finally broke the system.
Using an apple.
I knew it would give it a little bit of heartburn trying to figure that out, but didn't expect that much heartburn. That's much more fun than it needed to be. I mean, although this one's not bad, even though it has a cigarette coming out of the apple, this one's not bad.
I like a good smoked apple myself.
Right? I'm going to say, instead of manga style, I'm going to say Haruhiko Mikimoto style. Now I'm curious. This is my last test for the night. I just told it to draw the same thing we just had, but now I told it to draw it in the style of my master, the one that I follow. If you say anything like, "Where does my style try to come from?" It's from Mikimoto. So now I'm curious, what is it going to do? And actually kind of scared because I'm afraid it's going to make a picture it's better than mine. Because I worship Mikimoto. I'm already seeing weird. So this is definitely, I like the number of. Okay, that's not Mikimoto style. So it didn't pick the style up. It just knew that it was Japanese style and we'll let it roll. This is probably the closest to actual Mikimoto style, so that's a little better. But the speckled paint is definitely a thing that Mikimoto likes to do with his watercolors, so that could definitely be a thing. Ah, my God. The hand kills everyone.
Wait, I have to see it. Why is there 3 fingers?
Why are they going this way?
And where's her butt? She has no butt.
Yeah, no. Well, I don't think she has much of a butt to begin with. That's okay. Wah! Okay, that's weird.
Where's her hand?
How many apples are involved here?
And why is she hyper extending the one finger?
Oh my God. Oh, flipping this off while eating the.
And she only has 3 fingers on the other side.
This is so weird. Not only that, these look Bishonen. Like, these are Bishi. These are male. I mean, these really aren't female. I mean, maybe this one's female, but like a lot of these are Bishi. Super Bishi. That's kind of weird. I mean, interesting. Okay, one more shot because I'm going to try it to fix this. And I'm going to, instead of eating an apple, we'll make it easier on it because the apple's obviously giving it conniptions.
Yeah, guy, how dare you tell it to do something every day?
Right, I know. And instead, in the style of Robotech, let's try that. Anime. Let's see if that works. Oh yeah, this is getting much clearer. Sorry, I had a call.
Meow.
Meow. Meow. Meow. Oh, well, that's not bad, actually. That's not bad at all. Were you being summoned? Is that what your problem is? You feel like you were being summoned?
Wait, what's happening in that back picture?
This is her
That
uniform,
one.
just her uniform, hanging on a wall. Or
Are
this is
we sure that's just her uniform?
Yeah, I know. It's like, or this one.
Yeah.
Not even really sure what's going on there, but this is at least 80s style anime, and that looks pretty reasonable. The hand's a little scary. Okay. But the seat's kind of cool, actually. I dig the seat.
Why does she have 30 million legs in that back one?
Right? Hi. Hi. Hi, pest. How about this one? Let's take a look here. East Coast.
How? Wait.
I don't know what she's doing. I don't even know what that hand's doing.
The hand is like the fingers curling backwards.
Right? Ooh,
Like there is some body horror happening. And again, it's obsessed with her having 3 fingers.
it is. Right?
And that looks like a character from Avatar just thrown in there.
Bonus avatar. Oh, hey, kind of dig these boots, though.
Oh, I like the boots.
Actually, of all of them, this is probably the coolest picture.
Yeah.
This one's pretty solid. She's got a little bit of a hip problem right here, but other than that, I'm digging the. This is bizarre. I don't even know what that is. But the chair is pretty wicked too. I mean, I wouldn't mind sitting in that chair. That'd be so cool. Got another one here. Ah, Bishi.
She's definitely become more male in that picture. Hey, Alfie.
Hello, Alfie. That's definitely Bishi, though. Whoa.
Yeah. Again, 3 fingers on her.
You got 3 fingers. So I
You
think
know, it was doing so well on the fingers for a while, and now it's just
on fingers, but this one turned out to be the best one of the lot, I think. On this side. See you later, Alfie. I'll save it. It's fascinating. This uniform modification over here is kind of cool too, with a white line to the demarcation of the white pants. I kind of like that look. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So I might steal that and recurse it. I'm over here, you goofy cat. Why are you lost? How can you get lost? Okay, 12 o'clock. Beep-a-boop. And sadly, nope. This is Kalakloxa Blopabib. I don't even know what half these things do. Well, that was a fascinating trip down Mid-Journey Lane here. Got these lovely pictures of this Japanese girl they're doing here. It's very pretty. Shrug. All right.
So this is what I was able to draw during that time. I got 2 panels done.
Cool.
So, boom.
Two panels, but I kept pulling you off there because they just keep like coming up with stuff.
That's going to be a fun panel to do.
Nah, it's gonna be a fun panel.
Of lunatic brig. Wait, you're not supposed to fight back? Really? Okay.
Oh, there we go. I knew it was only a matter of time.
Oh,
Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman in Wonder Woman 1984, leaping into action with her golden lasso, rendered in digital illustration in the style of Alex Ross. It was only a matter of time. And it does actually look like an Alex Ross painting to some degree, except for the 4,000 fingers. But that'd be some minor Photoshop work. It's all right. I'm good.
do you know who a Steve Harris is?
Steve Harris?
Yes.
No. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Why?
Starfleet Captain SN.
Oh, yeah.
That's Scout Ship Columbia.
Yeah, it's probably one of my buddies from the groups. Why?
Because they want to join Quack.
Oh, yeah. Let them in. That's totally fine. Steve Harris is one of my. Really, honestly, I trust anybody who is Starfleet because Trekkies they're not uncommon, but if you're a Trekkie, odds are good we've met at a convention. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or I've worked in a production with you or something. Odds are good I've gotten involved in something with you. And so, yeah. No, Steve Harris is fine. He's a good fella. I don't remember names very well, so I'd have to. But once you said Starfleet Captain, I brought up his face in my head, and I was okay. Then I knew who it was.
Yeah.
I'm curious. So,
well, another day, another show.
Another day, another show. I'll see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Oh, did you see the before we go, did you see the old boy fight scene?
No, I haven't seen the old boy fight scene yet. But I will.
It's 3 minutes long. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay.
It is well worth it watching for the cinematography.
Okay, but I'll watch it offline.
That's fine.
All right, guys. I am OOH. Send it to me in Facebook.
Already sent.
All right. I will see you at the tomorrow rendezvous.
All right. See you tomorrow.
Okay. And to all of everybody who's been here tonight, thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you later. And as always, keep your eyes on the stars. Good night.
Bye.